Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Abel Jets Virtual Group live stream. I'm your host, as always, Freezing Falcon, founder and CEO of Abel Jets Virtual Group. First things first, I would like to apologize for the delayed start of this evening's live stream. Unfortunately, I had something else that I need to finish prior to this evening's live stream. Fortunately, the urgent thing that I required to complete was already done, which means we can now start this evening's live stream. Before we fly, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all the best of health wherever you are watching this live stream from. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you wherever you are around the world. In this particular occasion, we'll be back flying the one of the main workhorse aircraft type of the Virtual Business Group, which is the PMDG Boeing 737-700. The airframe that you are seeing on our right hand side here, ladies and gentlemen, is registered as Foxtrot Alpha, Papa Bravo Alpha, and operates for Abel Pixel, which is the low-cost carrier subsidiary of Abel Jets Virtual Group. It also bears the nose name of ELECTRON, as you can see there. In this evening's journey, ladies and gentlemen, as I've mentioned earlier, through the description and the title of the channel as well perhaps, we'll be connecting the city of Chiang Mai on the northern side of Thailand to the beautiful island of Koh Samui, down beneath, just on the border with Malaysia, it appears to be. The flight time today will be approximately 2 hours as we cruise along. Our final flight level hasn't been provided yet because I haven't actually generated the flight plan, which I will do shortly. But yeah, it'll be something like flight level 300-ish above as usual, considering that the trip length is... Sorry, the block time itself is about 2 hours, according to what Zoombrief just said. On a side note, ladies and gentlemen, it appears to be that my internet connection is not necessarily the best today. So, if you notice any kinds of stutters or perhaps some connection issues like the stream suddenly quitting, please do let me know through the live chat that is provided. So I'm obviously monitoring the chat through my phone here. Alright, before we head into the flight deck, let me just try to set up, say, intentions entourage, which always is providing us with the service for our flight attendants and our purse as well. And our lead purser for this evening will be Erica, Mr. B. Yep, will be Erica. So yeah, please forgive me for a moment or two as I try to set say intentions on the workshop. Or actually, let me just reposition the camera somewhere on here first. There we go. Alright, say intentions entourage. APX Abel Pixel is our airline name, so let me just update that. On the other hand, folks, considering that it's a Friday evening, Aldo Mampir and some of our colleagues from VATSIM Indonesia is currently flying and streaming as well. But Aldo is currently conducting another hatch up stream, ladies and gentlemen. But this time he flew from, he departed out of Padang instead of Jakarta, but still destined to Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Unfortunately, I just don't have time to, you know, to spare for about 13 or 14 hours That's considering the time required to set up the flight simulator, put up the aircraft system, and then there's the block time as well, obviously. Just gonna be a bit tedious and tiresome. Right, let me fire up Navgraph as well. Unload the previous flight from yesterday, where we flew from apologies, from Birmingham to Belfast, then to Cardiff in Wales. Let's generate flight plan. Yeah, see, even the Navgraph map still shows Cardiff Airport there. It's pretty funny. Alright, let's import our flight plan for this evening. And also file the aforementioned flight plan into VATSIM. The cruising altitude will be very high this evening, flight level 390 that is. Let's pre-file that into VATSIM. Fortunately, we don't have any ATC coverage as far as now. The nearest ATC center that is active is Ho Chi Control in Vietnam, which, as I've mentioned, is quite far away. Knots of tailwind. We'll see about that. Alright, flight plan has been filed into VATSIM. There we go. Should be good now. Lalu, on the other hand, Vox is flying that good Airbus A320neo on our left hand side, as you can see. Kudos to him for being the most consistent man I've ever met in real life. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to attend yesterday's live stream because he was doing a camping trip in Bandung. Or just the next day after that, he's back in the skies, ladies and gentlemen, which is awesome. Thank you so much, brother. Alright. Enough with me rambling. Let's head into the flight deck of the PMDG 737-700. There we go. Yeah, nothing has been done except for the electrical power up procedure as well as the IRS being aligned. We also fire up FS2 crew. There goes Lalu. The Scoot Airbus A320-200 Neo. Alright. FS2 crew is up and running. There goes Cynthia. On that. Go down program, come on. Squawking 2000 now. Alright, so Cynthia, let's start setting up. Start setting up.
Let's start setting up.
Okay.
The aircraft's been powered up electrically at least. GSX, reload, seam brief. unknown improve status really. That's just strange. Let me just check my super profile for a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for that. Oh, there we go. What? We are at parking 10, isn't it? Gate stand 10, isn't it? Let me just check. Stand number 10. Which is practically here. Strange. Now if we move over to ramp number 11. Yeah, I'll just move over there. GSX doesn't want to detect our parking stand. There you go. Alright, should be good now. Parking stand of 11. Do the overhead. In sync with Cynthia. Here he's. Come on, packs are on. And also, folks, the FMC here is currently powered by the Windwing PFB3N MACD unit, purchased from Aero Supply Indonesia, which is a very handy tool. I would wholeheartedly recommend Aero Supply there if you are looking for.
I'm out for the walk around.
Roger. For flight simulation hardware and stuff, they are currently, say, one of the best providers out there. Let's do flight plan request, improve route, set the payload, set the fuel as well, confirm that we are indeed in kilograms, we are. Select route. See what's the current QNH at Chiang Mai. Fortunately, as I've mentioned, we don't have any ATC, but that's alright. 1008. Set up the frequencies as well, the radios. As usual, folks, in case that you want to chat alongside us, we've got our company frequency running at 123.210. Load the route via data link. Should be good now. Company calling.
Terima kasih telah senantiasa bersemayam menjaga bumi Nusantara.
Yeah, it's not in the company frequency yet, Lalu. Alright, that's alright. Activate the route. Pixel 374 is our call sign this evening. Alternate destinations will be VTSP, I think that's Tau Air Base or something. Phuket, sorry, Phuket that is. Alternates VTSP. then VTST. Last but not least, we've also got VTSB. VTSB into the box. Here we go. We'll be uplifting our plant fuel of about 7 tons there. It's actually not quite a lot for 2-hour long flight, but I think it'll be sufficient. Alright, alternates done. Departure will be taking runway 36 according to the Simbrief flight plan. By the Panther 2 November departure. Yes, as mentioned earlier, unfortunately my internet connection is not necessarily the best at this present time. Alright, thank you, so it. Panther 2 Mike. Okay. Panther 2 Mike departure. Go to the perf init and request the performance from the data link. Also, let's also greet Erica and her crewmates for this evening. Swear up same tensions. A bit laggy, unfortunately. Yeah, there we go. Uplink. We're cruising at level 3900 instead. Go. Should be good. Hi Erica, welcome on board this morning's flight from Chiang Mai to Samui. I hope that you are doing well alongside with your crewmates. As usual, if there is anything that goes out of the ordinary, please do let me know. And I'm looking forward to work alongside with you this morning. Good company.
Thank you, Captain Faza Abel. I'm doing well, and my crewmates are too. Keep an eye on everything and let you know if anything unusual comes up. Looking forward to a smooth flight together this morning.
Roger, and also please let me know when you are ready to start the boarding process. Cap, suaraku putus-putus nggak ya?
Captain, we are ready to start the boarding process.
Roger, thank you Erika. Soalnya suaramu di tempat gua agak putus-putus sih. Internetku lagi masalah beberapa jam terakhir. Kayak buka SIM brief aja sampai nggak bisa, ini entah kenapa.
Mindset aman aja.
Roger, Cap. Alright, let's import the route data. Also, it's doing that. Test the oxygens. Left and right hand side. Chumsy as well. Wind uplink data, we'll do that. There goes our wind data.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Right, sure. Let's
Okay.
start the boarding process as well. Let's also assume that fueling is still complete. Which goes into that. request boarding please. Set the parking brakes. See what's the local QNH at Samui currently. Reading 1010. That's range. Cargo doors. There you go. Well, unfortunately we are experiencing some texture issues there with GSX, unfortunately, as we can see. We cannot see the naming plates of the GSX ground surface equipment units there. Quite lovely weather currently here at Chiang Mai. About 28 degrees Celsius outside with some cloud covers. Visibility is about 10 kilometers, which is always appreciated. Unlike in unlike in Birmingham yesterday, when the visibility dropped quite significantly on departure.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Too low, terrain.
Oh, the flight directives. Come on.
TCAS test pass.
There we go. Traffic. 50,000 transponder. Alright, pre-flight checklist please.
Pre-flight checklist.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal auto. Windows heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 091, altimeter 1008.
Heading 091. Altimeter 1008.
Heading 091. Altimeter 1008. Parking brake.
Set.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Right here. Alright, let's see what are the localized frequencies on Chiang Mai here that we could use for departure. As I've mentioned, we'll be taking some time to load the charts there. Because my internet connection, as I've mentioned again, is not currently the best. There we go. Alright, the DME is 109.9 with frequency there. Oh, hello. I thought this aircraft is equipped with a more modern nav radio system. The what's it called? The MMR. There we go. Multi-mode receiver. 109.9. What is complete already? Wow, that's quick. That is quick, folks. We haven't even done the departure briefing. Alright folks, let's just do the departure briefing now. So it will be standard pushback from stand number 11, which is as we can see here is a remote stand out of Chiang Mai International Airport in northern Thailand. We'll be pushing back facing to the south, expecting full length departure out of runway 36 because I don't really know if they do intersection departures here in Thailand. But yeah, there'll be push back towards the south, taking taxiway Papa 6, Papa, then holding short of hotel for full length departure, caution high train west of the airport and first in the vicinity of the aerodrome as well. The seat itself is the Panta to November departure out of the aerodrome, or sorry, out of runway 36. Initial course will be on the course of 001 towards Charlie 201, 204, that's above it at maximum altitude of 11,000 feet there, which we must comply with maximum speed restriction of 250 knots as well. Then at Charlie 205, maximum 260 knots. Charlie 206, minimum 130 on flight level, and at Nutma we must be at least flight level 140 all the way to Panta. Transition altitude 11,000 feet, standard across Southeast Asia. Airport elevation is quite high, actually at 1,036 feet. Radar required. Yeah, let's assume that is being in compliance. Climb gradient should be sufficient for us. The MSA around the is it the ARP? Yep, the ARP around the airport reference point is 7,600 feet on a 10-mile radius from the airport reference point. But as we are going to the south, it'll be at 6,600 feet. Standard. In case of an engine failure, lost control of wind shear after P1, before P1, we'll reject the takeoff, stop at the shortest possible distance available, practicable distance available. In case that is not achievable, we'll continue the takeoff. Unfortunately, the standard misapproach procedure, I think that'll not be available because of the high terrain on the northern side of the airfield, which means we'll have to fly towards the south, preferably about 25 miles from the airport, somewhere around waypoint Charlie 206 here. We'll do some holds there, right hand turns, 1 minute legs, before proceeding with our next course of action. Primary threats for this morning will be pilot complacency as well as terrain on the northern side of the aerodrome, as we can see there. Besides any of those, do you have any questions, comments or concerns? No? Alright, I'll head over the departure briefing to FS degree now.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the gate. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff, using D-rated thrust with an assumed temperature. Anti-ice will be off. Above 80 knots, we will reject for fire, engine failure, loss of control, or wind shear. The crew member noticing the abnormality will clearly state the problem. I will call reject or continue. If the decision is to reject, I will close the thrust levers and disengage auto throttle, observe or apply maximum braking, race speed brakes, apply maximum amount of reverse thrust consistent with conditions and bring the aircraft to a complete stop on the runway, stow the speed brake, and set the parking brake, advise the cabin, this is the captain speaking, remain seated, remain seated. I will then perform any necessary memory items or checklists as appropriate. If an evacuation is required, I will initiate the evacuation checklist. In the event of an engine failure after V1, we will continue the takeoff, rotate at VR, call positive rate gear up, and cancel the master caution. There will be no other calls below 400 feet. At 400 feet, I'll call for a roll mode, then call confirm the failure. If required, we'll perform any necessary memory items, climb at V2 to V2 plus 20 to 1000 feet AFL or TOCA, whichever is higher. Retract flaps on schedule. When flaps have been retracted at or above flaps up maneuver speed, call for level change if VNAV is not engaged. Set max continuous thrust, and call for the appropriate emergency checklist. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. The departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speeds and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. Flight directives are on. Mine is master, yours is slave. Navigation radios are set. The NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. The local terrain poses a threat, so we will treat all GPWS terrain alerts as genuine. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
That completes the departure briefing. Let's now do the performance calculations. Unfortunately, SIM brief is currently unreachable from my laptop here due to the aforementioned internet issues. So I'll just use the built-in.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thank you.
No problem, have a safe flight.
So there goes our final load sheet. Yeah, we'll have to use the built-in performance calculator by PMDG. Flap config, flap config flaps 5 will be sufficient. Weather NH1009, that is checked. 1009. Until it's not required, air conditioning speed online ratings set that to optimum flaps 5 departure. Let's calculate that. Derated takeoff with an outside temperature selection of 40 degrees centigrade. Climb 2 will be our climb performance view rate for this morning by the simulated time of that. Flaps 5 for departure, CG is 20.6 degrees, trim's gonna be at 6.06 degrees on the steps, set that. It's quite a heavy trim it appears to be, although it's still in the takeoff range as we can see. V speeds 123, 127, that'll do. This is not necessarily, heavy aircraft. The 737-700, that is, which is the broad fuselage variant of the aircraft of the 737NG family, as we can see here. There goes Lalu, almost ready for push and start it, because we can see his beacon lights already coming online in the background. These speeds are good. Let's see, do we have any NADP procedures that are being enforced at the airport? Sometimes they have these sorts of NADPs in Thailand. Yeah. Internet, BizNet doing its stuff there. It's a bit excruciating at times, but this is much better than in the home. Oh no. What's that? Yeah. V-pilot. Speed control. Speed control, that must be for the arrival, not for the departure. collision light. Navicular movement is permitted. What about the gen shots? Yeah, unfortunately folks, as I mentioned earlier, we don't currently have any ATC coverage in Thailand. The nearest center that is online is in Ho Chi, in Vietnam. They've even got delivery, ground, and tower, and approach as well online in Saigon. I think there's some kind of an event going on there. Which I don't really know. LVP, right. No signs of NADP, so yeah, no NADP for us this evening. Set back in. Flight directors are armed, LNAV and VNAV are now armed. Initial altitude set to 11,000 feet. Yeah, 11,000 feet, that will be. That's just at the, what's it called? Exactly at the transition altitude. Alright. Doors are being closed, anti-collision lights coming on. Let's prepare ourselves for push and start then, shall we? Cabin crew, armed doors and slides please. Before start checks, please.
Okay, Captain, crew armed,
Flight deck
doors
door
and slides.
closed and locked. MCP.
127001 11,000.
V2 127 heading 001 altitude flight level 110
Takeoff speeds.
V1 123 VR 123 V2 127.
V1 123 VR 123 V2 12.
Pause the music for push and start.
Pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Completed.
Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist completed.
Start sequence is 2 then 1.
Start sequence is 2 then 1.
Check.
Right, we'll pause the music for push and start. And we'll head back to Unicom to announce our pushback procedure. Unicom we go. What's the frequency name? Chiang Mai. Yeah, Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai traffic, Pixel 374 pushing back from stand number 11 facing to the south, expecting runway 364 for length departure. Chiang Mai traffic. Alright. We'll arm the ET momentarily. Ah! The scene brief performance calculator just came online here, which, you know, is quite late, to say the least. Nose to the right we go.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released. Off we go.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Right, sure. Start the ET. Do we have the red foreign object damage line here? Let's just see what that white line is. Alrighty.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Abel Pixel Flight 374, departing from Chiang Mai to Samui. We are pleased to have you with us today. The captain of this flight is Abel, and our first officer is Cynthia Schmidt.
Take it slowly.
Joining me in the cabin are my fellow crew members.
Start engine number 2.
Niran,
Start
Somchai,
engine
and
2.
Anil.
Starting engine 2.
Expect a flight time of approximately 1 hour and 39 minutes at an altitude of 39,000 feet. For your safety, please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your
Oil
lap.
pressure.
Check.
To release the seatbelt, lift the buckle. sudden loss of cabin pressure,
Some fuel discrepancy there on between the left and right hand tank spot. Yeah, that won't be significant.
Flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose.
35% into fuel flow, right hand engine.
With the elastic band. Remember to put your own mask on first before assisting others. In case of an emergency, we have several exits on this aircraft. There are 2 doors at the front, 2 overwing exits, and 1 door at the rear. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you. Under your seat, you will find a life vest. To use it, pull it out, place it over your head, and pull the straps to secure it. Inflate the vest by pulling the red tabs or by blowing into the tubes.
Starter cutout.
I'll be coming around shortly with a selection of
Number 2 stable.
After
Isolate APAC, please.
we will also have
Isolate
items
APAC.
available for purchase from the Abel Pixel shop.
Packet isolated.
Thank you for your attention. and
Start
we
with
wish you a
good engine
pleasant
start.
flight.
Can we disconnect?
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Start engine 1, please.
Start engine 1.
Start engine 1.
Let's play the official Abel Jets Virtual Group safety briefing video as always now. Let me just pull that out.
Oil pressure.
There. That is check, oil pressure check.
Hello
So
everyone,
at 5% at 2, fuel flow, left hand engine.
Welcome on board one of our aircraft that is part of our 3,000 airplane strong fleet. We're glad to be your airline for your flight today. Before we take off, please watch the safety briefing video that will be provided by our cabin crew. Enjoy.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Starter cutout.
Not sure.
In 2013,
Number
when we
1
made
stable.
this airline, we concluded that safety was our highest priority. All aircraft already equipped with safety devices such as seatbelt, oxygen mask, and life vest. In accordance with the International Civil Aviation Organization, seatbelts shall be used when in flight.
Alright.
So whenever the seatbelt
There she
sign
goes.
is lit,
Electric
Please
pumps
fasten the
on
seatbelt by
seal
inserting
received,
the
left hand
fastener
side
to
feed
the
has been
buckle.
removed. Thank you very much for
and
this
tighten
surface
buckle
upgrade
strap.
1.
You can undo your seatbelt by pressing
AT
the
arm,
button.
APR, flaps 5 for departure please.
Flaps 5.
Light control check, ready. Pull up, down, neutral, left, right, neutral, rudders, left,
Welcome to Abel Maintenance
right,
Facility.
neutral, flight control check complete.
MF is
Flight
the
controls
world's
check
leading
complete.
maintaining aircraft. We have this big hangar which able to accommodate up to 8 jumbos at 380 at a given time.
Four
This
taxi
is the
checks
proof
please.
that we
Four
never
taxi
jeopardize
checklist.
safety. Also, we
Generators
change the
on.
life jacket
Probe
whenever
heat
an
on.
aircraft is entering our
Anti-ice
facility.
off. Isolation valve. Auto. Recall.
Check,
Checked.
Checked. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
idle detent,
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
check,
Checked.
Ground equipment.
clear left.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
Alright, start rolling.
In the event of emergency landing,
Slowly.
please take a moment to locate your life jacket.
Kill my traffic,
It will be below
Pixel
your
374 now
seat,
taxiing
under the
into runway
seat in
36
front
via
of you,
Papa
or
6
under the bed
Papa,
for first class
full short of
passenger.
hotel.
To use the life jacket,
Chiang Mai traffic.
simply take your life jacket, put it over your head, pass the strap around your waist, clip at the front and tighten it. There's a red tag and mouthpiece for inflation and whistle to attract attention. Please inflate your life jacket after leaving the aircraft.
Clear left please.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Whenever the aircraft loses the oxygen pressure, a mask will drop from above. Put it on your nose and tighten the strap. Oxygen will flow when you breathe. Secure your mask first before assisting others.
Kẹp lalu static only.
In 2020, you're the world leaders in aviation by number of aircraft by over 3,000 airframe divided into more than 10 child company, including the Abel Pixel.
Masih static only sih Cap kalau di tempatku. Mungkin internetku juga yang lagi masalah ini.
Intercontinental, and many more. Also in 2020, we were the first to introduce the innovation of first Abel Jets living room. Abel Premium Economy, Abel Business, Abel First Class, and Abel Suite.
Well answered.
Before we depart, please make sure all baggage is secured on the overhead cabin or under the seat in front of you. As we made safety is our priority. Smoking isn't allowed on any part of the aircraft. Please deboard the aircraft if you need to smoke. Your aircraft is equipped with a life raft in case of emergency.
Static only Cap.
Please take a moment to identify your nearest emergency exit. The cabin crew is pointing it now.
We are now nearing our departure
Sekarang kayaknya hot mic Cap.
Please switch your mobile devices into airplane mode now. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask them to our cabin crew. They will be more than glad to help you out. Thank you for choosing us, and thank you for keeping our dreams aloft. Have a very pleasant flight.
Cap, hot mic Cap.
Runway 31 left for departure from Kennedy, Central
Before takeoff checks, please.
Before takeoff checklist.
5 green light.
Flaps 5 green light.
Stabilizer track.
6 units.
6.0 units.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
And there goes the taxiway that connects the other end of runway 36. Go ahead, company. Dirimu tadi di frekuensi Unicom ini doang Cap, static doang sih.
Oke.
Tapi kalau di sini aman-aman aja. Pull short here. Move the IFE.
Scooter 648 now taxi to runway 36 via feedback pastikan apa and calling point hotel. Chiang Mai.
Nasib udah kedengaran Cap sekarang. Right, before takeoff checks please.
Before takeoff procedure.
Okay. Clear on the approach.
Chiang Mai traffic. Abel Pixel 374 now, landing up on runway 365 Hotel, Chiang Mai. Cabin crew, seats for departure please.
Okay, Captain. Cabin sheets for departure is ready. Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
See, we've got some high terrain on the northern and western side of the aerodrome there. Clear left turn, clear right. And there goes our localizer for the departure itself. The runway's groove, as you can hear through the landing gear noises. Wait, or selalu? Yeah, must be my internet connection again. Let me just connect to VATSIM. Hopefully you should reappear. Oh, there he goes. Alright, just get out of here. What's the seat again? Let me just check real quick. Panta to November. Chiang Mai traffic, Pixel 374 now departing out of runway 36 via the Panta to November departure, Chiang Mai. You took Abel, safe flight. Take off.
Take off.
Stabilize. Set takeoff thrust.
Thrust set.
Indications normal. Cross checked.
Chiang Mai traffic to 648 now arriving up at runway 36. Chiang Mai.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gears coming up.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Now off we go.
400 feet.
Check. There goes the high terrain on the left hand side of which I've just mentioned earlier. Fog up. Chiang Mai traffic, Pixel 374 airborne passing 3,000 feet, climbing to flight level 390 for the final cruising altitude this evening via the Panta 1 November departure. Chiang Mai. Flaps 1 please.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked.
Flaps up please.
Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps upset.
Oh sure. Our first turn here. After takeoff checks, please.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds on. Packs auto. Landing gear up and off. Flaps up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete.
Chiang Mai traffic to 648 now departing out runway 36 via Panta 2 Charlie departure.
Safe flight cap.
Yep.
Trim the nose of the aircraft a bit down. So you're still flying this jet manually. It's quite funny, you know, folks, looking at 737 with such a with such a short fuselage as this one. It's not every day that you can see the Dash 700, especially here in Southeast Asia, considering the variant is not that popular here, unlike in North America and in some parts of Europe as well. Alright, right hand turn. following the flight directors. Quite literally, still one of the best aircraft to be hand flown in the simulator, the PMDG 737NG, that is. It's 9000, command Alpha, please.
Command A.
Autopilot on.
Thank you.
1000 to level.
Right, sure. There's this altitude restriction at Poved. We'll comply with that, and also scroll our final altitude for this evening to flight level 3900, that is. All the way up.
Dear guests, we have just climbed above a safe altitude, and I'm pleased to inform you that the use of electronic devices is now allowed. You can also enjoy our onboard Wi-Fi service. We expect a flight time of approximately
D to the nav, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude.
Not yet,
We will now
Erica.
begin our snack and
Not now, Erica.
Today,
You're still at level
we have some
110.
delightful options for you, including our delicious
Still on the
chicken
climb.
salad and a tasty fruit platter. After the service, we'll also have items available from the Abel Pixel shop. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
And there goes the iconic Abel Pixel, pixelated lion, according to what Thomas said, or Thomas named that lioness. Quite a stunning livery, isn't it, folks? Yeah. Quite a stark contrast to the usual color gradients of the Sunset 2 paint scheme that the Virtual Business Group applies on its fleet. And I suppose we've passed level 110 now, and we'll set the altimeters to standard.
Transition set standard.
Standard set.
Check. Passing flight level 124 now, that's cross-checked. Quite an interesting climb rate there, ladies and gentlemen. 3,000 feet per minute at about 13,000 feet. We'll now synchronize the heading book of the aircraft with the aircraft's current track. 181, that is, currently. Oh. Set the heading box selector to 10 degrees on the climb, so that the passengers won't suffer from some sudden maneuvers in case that the aircraft's autopilot decided to do so. There goes the view from the left-hand wing of the aircraft. Courtesy of Peril 42 ChasePlane, that is. The scenery on our left hand side, folks, quite scenic, isn't it? As you can see. The photogrammetry data and the DEM, the DEMS, the digital elevation mapping is, I think, quite better than in Indonesia. As you can see there, the the tops of the mountains and the hills are sharper in resolution. Unfortunately, there are no stops that are available for Koh Samui, considering that it's actually, ladies and gentlemen, a private airport owned by Bangkok Airways. But considering that we are currently one of the world's most politically capable and powerful airlines in Voice Flight Simulator, or in virtual skies as well, I suppose, we have the right to land at the airport without having to resort to flying Bangkok Air aircraft. Is it Bangkok Air or Bangkok Airlines? I can't really recall. But it's the only Airbus A319 operator in Southeast Asia. Type's not that popular around here. Only the A320 and the A321 which are popular in these regions. Already at about level 250 now, the aircraft climbs quite quickly here, unlike the FSS 727 that we flew a few days ago, which had climb rate of a rock. On the other hand, folks, I've just noticed that this is quite a busy stream in terms of viewers. We've got quite a lot of viewers here, about 10 live viewers, which is yeah, very good. I really appreciate your guys. I really appreciate your presence here, folks, in this live stream. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you'll enjoy the rest of the stream. We've got 10 active viewers, or live viewers, which is always much appreciated. Usually we only got 5 or 6. This time we've got 10, which is awesome. But the thing that really counts actually is the number of viewers once this live stream has concluded, which we'll see afterwards. On the other hand, folks, in case that you have just joined us this evening, please kindly hit the like button on the left hand side of the live stream there to help us with the YouTube algorithm and to also grow this YouTube channel, as well as the community that supports it. It's a win-win scenario nonetheless. Share your thoughts down beneath in the live chat as well as in the comment section once this live stream has ended. And also, in case that you want to share our journeys in the virtual skies, you can also click the share button just next to it. On the other hand, in case that you haven't subscribed to the Abel Jets Virtual Group YouTube channel, please kindly do so by hitting the subscribe button on the right hand side of the live stream there. And also hit the bell button so you'll not miss any future contents that we will make in this YouTube channel. If you want to support us financially, which is always greatly appreciated, you can also head to our Sushi Bus page at www.sushibus.com/Abel Jets Group, or alternatively you can also scan the QR code that is provided on the left hand side of the screen. And any kinds of donations, even the smallest ones, are greatly appreciated. And that's all for the PA for the departure section of this live stream. Hope you'll be enjoying the rest of the flight. Go back to the copy frequency. I'm quite curious about what is the active runway in Chiang Mai. Oh, we've got some weather activity there on our left hand side. Hopefully it will not affect us too much, considering we are cruising at quite a high cruising altitude this evening at flight level 3 900, that is. Company calling. Company calling. Oke, Cap. Runway berapa ya yang aktif di itu, di Samui?
Nah, belum tahu gitu. Kita aku coba cek by flight radar ya.
Roger, Cap. Thank you, Cap. Passing level 330 now. All the way up to 390 for this evening. And there goes the weather activity there, the weather cell on our left hand side. Yeah, those cumulus clouds might become the source of the information. Okay, 17 ya.
Ini ada pesawat approach dan itu masih mendapatkan.
Okay, I see. Gak ada ILS ya, RNP semua ya? Sama kita gak ada star kayaknya ya?
Ya bang, kalau di aku intercept di Payanya.
Langsung ini ya, intercept dari approach-nya ya? Gak pakai star ya?
Enggak.
Roger, Cap. Oh yeah, there we go. Right, runway 17 is active, according to what Lalu said. Yeah, runway 17. Don't have any stars. Oh, the MDA is quite high at 1,000 feet there. The airport elevation is basically should be at sea level, isn't it? No, it's actually 64 feet. Interesting. Oh, nanti ini menarik, Cap. Kalau aku lihat approach procedure-nya, kalau dari runway 17 itu kita baru align with final course itu 4 miles from touchdown, Cap. Jadi dia short final gitu bentuknya. Crosswind 30 knots.
Tenang bang, pesawat tuh Airbus jadi gampang.
Gak akan nasi kotak lah ya.
Aku lagi mau bawa kapal ada juga sih, karena habis nge-trade.
Bahaya. Untungnya kita di channel ini kayaknya belum pernah nasi kotak sih. Semoga nggak pernah sih, lebih tepatnya.
Aku kan pernah.
1000 to level.
Tapi kamu kan kemarin pas engine fire selamat Cap. Kamu bisa restart engine terus bisa ikut abnormal prosedurnya gitu, keren banget sampai landing di Palembang itu kan. Gak pakai acara jadi lumba-lumba kayak yang 737 800 nya Mas Dharma itu.
Bukan Bang, yang sekarang yang di Brazil yang nabrak landasan.
Oh iya itu ya yang bawa A300 itu ya, yang runway-nya pendek banget itu ya.
Iya, kayaknya nanti kortas 9 hari gitu.
Bahaya. Nabrak ini kan karangnya yang di ujung runway itu kan.
Iya.
Di stream pesawatnya mantul-mantul habis itu kelihatan kayak membal gitu dia. Ooh, the weather not necessarily the best, is it? What's the OAT? 22 degrees centigrade. Anti-ice or not, folks? Do we need to use anti-ice in these sorts of weather conditions? The TAT is minus 22 degrees Celsius. Do we need to fire up the engine anti-ice? Weather di tempatmu mendung berat juga nggak di depan?
Ya aku masih cerah sih, tapi cloudy aja.
Kalau kondisi gini tuh anti-ice, engine anti-ice nyala nggak sih?
Aku pernah dapat notifikasinya di poker sih, itu langsung nyalain.
Oh, icing detected gitu?
Iya, detected. Tapi dia hilang notifnya lama banget.
Gitu ya? Kalau kondisiku sekarang itu temperatur luarnya minus 22 derajat, visibility-nya tuh beneran jelek, mungkin sekitaran 3000 meter gitu. Tapi aku nggak tahu nih dia icing apa enggak gitu.
Ya nyalain aja lah antisipasi. Paling nyedot ya bahan bakar aja nggak sih?
Iya, dia nyedot ini kan, nyedot bleed air dari engine kan, jadinya lebih boros. Just fire up the engine anti-ice as a precaution, folks. Go. Wah, sayang sekali kayaknya belum dapat ATC kita bang malam ini bang. Itu di Vietnam padahal nyala tuh center tuh.
Ya, kalau mikir apa ya, tapi ya lebih agak harus di.
Tapi nggak tahu sih di Thailand apakah dia vlog weekendan juga apa enggak ya. Tapi ya harusnya udah gini sih kan malam Sabtu ya, pada libur kan.
Harusnya sih ya. Nah, aku mulai masuk belum visibility awan-awan.
Nah itu cap yang aku bilang itu, hati-hati kalau icing aja. Aku jadinya nyalain engine anti-ice cap. It talks to be fired up the engine anti-ice just precaution. You know, if there is any icing found during this stage of the flight, the fingers crossed we won't face any. Pesawatmu weather radarnya fungsional nggak atau idop?
Inop bang.
Iya, GWS. Quite a lovely close-up shot there on the nose section of the aircraft. What's the final approach quartet? Koh Samui, Suratani, 175. Trying to input that into the FMC of the aircraft whilst we are on the cinematics camera. You guys probably can see this because I'm doing the inputs on my Windwing PFP3N. There you go, should be good. visibility has started to improve there. It appears to be, as you can see on the right hand side of the aircraft. TOD is about 180 miles from our present position, as you can see. This is not necessarily a long flight, folks, just about an hour and 30 minutes of block time, 2 hours of total block time there. MDA 1000 feet, 1000 policy it'll be. This approach altitude it's gonna be 3,300. Just preparing the arrival briefing gearbox. Platform altitude is 1,400 feet. depth of both feet. That is set. Local QNH is that's wrong airport. 1011. 39 degrees centigrade. Winds from calm. Good. High pressure system, which indicates good weather. Fingers crossed on that. Di VATSIM pernah ke Vietnam, Bang?
Vietnam kayaknya nggak pernah deh.
Mau diagendakan gitu? Kapan? Vietnam? Mau nggak?
Mau kemananya dulu?
Yang rame VTTS sih, bandaranya Saigon itu biasanya.
Oh iya. Boleh aja, silahkan.
Dulu tuh waktu aku ambil aviasi kan ada kelas transportasi udara tuh di aviasi, itu salah satu rute domestik paling sibuk di Asia Tenggara itu, mengalahkan Jakarta, Surabaya dan Jakarta Bali itu dari Saigon ke ini, ke apa tuh ibu kotanya Vietnam tuh, Hanoi.
Hanoi ya.
Setting the final pressure.
Kabarin aja, kita cocok channel jadwal.
Roger, Cap. Final approach course will be 175 as we've seen earlier in the charts. Setting those for the rifle later on. Go. Because the view from the right hand engine, actually not that much, considering that we are still within the clouds. On a side note, folks, it appears that we will be overflying Bangkok momentarily. It'd be somewhere beneath us. We are overflying Bangkok's Don Mueang Airport now, ladies and gentlemen, the older international airport, which has been superseded by Suvarnabhumi International Airport. Although Don Mueang itself is still active, I think it is still used by low-cost carriers, such as Thai Asia, Nok Air, etc. Back into the clouds, unfortunately. Now, I really want to turn off the anti-icing system of the aircraft, folks, because, you know, it just brings fuel from the engine, or to be more precise, it takes bleed air from the engines, you know, it causes the engine to work harder just to supply these same amount of thrust without the anti-icing system being active. Quite a lovely platform view there from the top side of the aircraft, with the Thai countryside just beneath us. And it appears that we are currently halfway through our journey this evening from Chiang Mai to Koh Samui. Unfortunately, we cannot see anything beneath due to the thick cloud layers. See, even the platform view doesn't really help much. You know what, folks? Let's take a tour into the cabin of the aircraft, shall we? What you're looking at? There's some cloud layers in there. I thought you were looking at another aircraft that's flying next to us or something. That would be a bit worrying. Alright, unfortunately we cannot really open the door here. Let's just phase through that, and there we go. Oh, hello there. What a busy cabin, isn't it? We've got the cabin crews and passengers as well, seated. The standard SIG class Abel Pixel cabin, ladies and gentlemen, considering that Abel Pixel is the low-cost carrier of Abel Jets Virtual Group. Explains why it is in a single class configuration. Doesn't necessarily... it does have an IFE. It's still showing 2023 progress to decade, folks. This was like a wallpaper that Thomas built 2 years ago. Man, it's been a while. There goes some what's it called? The Flat magazine, as well as unnecessarily the Abel Jets Virtual Group fleet fleet guidebook there. Should have been like a safety briefing card or something, but yeah, it is what it is. We've got the passengers playing with her iPhone there, someone with an iPad as well, also just looking at the home screen there, pretty funny. Here's someone's reading through a magazine. And these animated passengers are courtesy of GSX Pro, ladies and gentlemen. Someone's got a call. It's available in the, let's say, more mainstream aircraft types in the flight simulator in MSFS 2020 and 2024, such as the PMDG 737NG, the iFly 737 MAX, and the Phoenix A320. Also the flight-by-wire A380, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, someone's reading an aviation magazine there. Boeing Eco Pollution. I think that's the SAF technology demonstrator 777, isn't it? That Boeing had a few years back. That, judging from the livery, I can tell it's a tail of an A300 prototype. But I don't know the registration, unfortunately. Someone's playing some games there. That was like Asphalt or something. Guys sleeping. Got some avgeeks on board, it appears to be. And there goes the aft galley of the aircraft. And the aft lavatory as well. Let's head back to the flight deck, shall we? And prepare ourselves for descent. I think we are approaching our TOD already, folks. Somewhere in the range of 100 miles or so. We are back, folks, about 80 miles, yeah, 100 miles from TOD. You know what, we'll just do the approach briefing initially by ourselves before we hand over to FSU Group. How does that sound, Cynthia? Good? Alright. So, you have control of these for a while. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, unfortunately there are no stars that connect us directly to the airport, which means there is only the approach itself, the RNP approach into runway 17, according to Lalu's latest weather information reports. Our initial approach fix will be at UPNEP at 8,000 feet, which has been inputted into the aircraft's FMC, as we can see. Then into Norlo, mandatory 7,000 feet. To Pukom, 3,300 feet, and platform altitude is going to be at 1,400 feet at 0 Mike 171. The final approach course will be on a course of 175 degrees with the aforementioned platform altitude of 1,400 feet. The minimum decision altitude will be 1,000 feet plus 40, makes it 1,040 meters. Sorry, 1,040 feet above sea level. Airport elevation 64 feet, and the runway elevation is at 43 feet. In case of misapproach, folks, will turn left, climb on a track of 15520 Mike 900. Then turn left, direct to Pukom, just this one, at minimum 3,300 feet, and hold as directed by ATC. No turn before the misapproach point. Speed restriction is at 210 knots until after the turn. It's an RNP approach, therefore a non-precision one. Runway elevation to HVA, transition level standard across Southeast Asia at level 130. No horizontal segment available when intermediate approach segment due to terrain restricted. You know, the mountains or the hills we've got on these this other island just next to Koh Samui. Caution, operate on the VMC only, which we are. VFR. And also caution, reduce max crosswind by 10 knots for manufacturer's limitations. Hopefully, we'll not face any crosswinds on arrival, considering that the winds are basically dead, according to Navigraph's latest weather report there. So as we've mentioned earlier, the platform altitude is at 1,400 feet, and it's a standard 3-degree glide path all the way to touchdown. It's not a glide slope, it's a glide path. Because it's a non-precision approach. The MSA around the airport reference point here, ladies and gentlemen, is 3,300 feet on the northern side of the aerodrome and 3,700 feet on the southwestern side of the aerodrome due to high terrain. No circling is prohibited on the western side of the aerodrome due to the aforementioned high terrain. Only on the eastern sides are permitted. The RVR is going to be at 4,800 meters minimum. You can see there for category C aircrafts, and the MDA, as briefed earlier, will be at 1,040 feet. The 40 feet acts as a buffer altitude for the engines of the aircraft to spool up in case that we need to conduct a go around. Yeah, this is for Cat A and B, we will not need that. Alright, we'll now stand by for the airport parking shots as it tries to load. There we go, we'll be landing from runway 17, which means we'll need to do a backtrack, turn around and backtrack. Will take us some time. We will then try to make it via Delta perhaps. And as you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, the passenger terminal at Koh Samui is actually not situated in front of the apron. It is on an offset positioned, as you can see. And last time I've checked the scenery there, the position of the passenger, sorry, the how to say this, the sign and the position of the passenger terminal itself is very beautiful. It is designed like what's it called? Beach resort, should I say? Like a beach resort. We'll take a look into that once we've landed with our own eyes. It's just beautiful, folks. It's got some ponds and some bars, restaurants. It doesn't look it doesn't look like a passenger. It doesn't look like an airport terminal at all. It looks more like a hotel or an expensive beach resort, should I say? But yeah, it's got some ponds, as I've said, some swimming pools, some cafes, hotels. Restaurants, bars, and some places to sunbath for those who do that. Yeah, we'll take a look with our own eyes, and so you'll know what I mean. This one's pretty interesting. For chart lies within the danger area. Oops, danger area. VTD 60-1 there. Sorry, -601. Likely it's a military trading area or something similar. Let us just see. VTD 60. Yeah, I think it's this one. This is the restricted airspace. It's Suratani. Danger. Yeah, I assume this is like a military trading area, some sort of. Alright. Primary threats for this evening will be high terrain surrounding the airport as well as pilot complacency. Besides that, do you have any questions, comments, or concerns, Cynthia? No? Alright, then I'll hand over the briefing to FSC Crew. You have control, please.
You have control.
I have control.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via our own tracking for an RNP approach. Planning a flaps 40 landing. Final approach fix altitude is 1,400 feet. Decision altitude is 1,040 feet. Missed approach altitude is 3,300 feet. Taxi route in will be as assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a remote stand. The local terrain poses a threat, so we will treat all GPWS terrain alerts as genuine. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
I have control, please.
I have control.
You have control.
Descent checks, please.
Descent checklist.
Pressurization. Landing altitude is 50 feet. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. Level 3. Landing data.
VREF 122. Minimums 1040.
VREF 122. Minimums 1040 feet.
VREF 122. Minimums 1040 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
Okay. Should be good for our arrival into Koh Samui. About 45 miles per hour TOD according to the FMC of the aircraft. You're in QNHS 1014. Oh, is it 1014? 1011 now according to the latest METAR. Some slight changes there. Looks good. Set the initial descent altitude to level 130, which is the transition level. Okay. Ooh, the skies are cleared. We can now power down the anti-icing system, so we will burn less fuel. Now we do much better weather, isn't it? Let's also inform Erica that we'll be starting our initial descent into Koh Samui this morning. Hi Erica, just want to let you know that we will be starting our initial descent to Koh Samui. Can you please prepare the cabin for descent? Thank you. Erica? Hi Erica, just want to let you know that we will be starting our initial descent to Samui. Can you please prepare the cabin to arrival? Thank you. Uh-oh. That might be my internet again. So be it then. Let's just assume that she's done her preparations for descent then. At about 17 miles to TOD now. Halo Mas Rival, berapa jam penerbangan Mas? 2 jam aja nih Mas. Kita cuma dari Chiang Mai ke Koh Samui malam ini di Thailand. Kita lagi di VATSIM Mas sekarang. Bentar lagi udah mencapai top of descent dari penerbangan kita malam hari ini. I hope you are enjoying the live stream so far, Mas Rival. We appreciate our TOD there, starting our initial descent into Koh Samui. Here we go. You wanna see a quirky feature with the 737NG, folks?
You're telling me I gotta sit in this for the next 2 hours? I'll catch the next one. It's on an Airbus.
Quite funny, isn't it? Mas Rival, kapan voice chat nih Mas? Itu Mas kalau mau voice chat biasanya di itu Discordnya Aldo mampir Mas, rame Mas di situ Mas, biasanya tiap hari hampir ada voice chat tuh. Aku kadang juga nongol di situ juga kalau mau ngobrol-ngobrol. Kalau di Discord Abel Jets biasanya cuma untuk sekadar komunikasi aja sih. Atau enggak ini komunikasi kalau misalnya lagi group flight kayak gini, terus ada yang sesama pakai pesawat Abel Jets itu nanti kita voice chat di itu channel yang flight comms itu di situ biasanya. Cuma ini kan si lalu lagi bawanya Scoot ya, lagi nggak bawa Abel Jets, jadi dia nggak pakai Discord itu lagi kan. Here, right, moving away from Bangkok, let's arm the next frequency now, Fox 117.6 for Koh Samui. Okay. We've got the signal received, about 88 miles on the DME. Set the bank angle select back to 25 degrees now. Di IVAO mau ada event tanggal 6 sampai 8, mau ada gig kurban 50 tahun, mau ikutan nggak ini? Soalnya Mas kalau mau pakai Abel Jet silakan aja. Ya cuma aku masalahnya kan aku belum ikut IVAO ya, baru di VATSIM aja. Jadi kalau Masnya mau presentasikan Abel Jets, that will be very much appreciated. Event ini ya kurban tuh kemarin aku dapat flyernya sih di official itu ya, official IG page-nya ya. IVAO ID. Agenda tahunan mereka nggak sih? Agenda tahunannya IVAO tuh Kambing Express apa gitu namanya kalau nggak salah. Coba aku buka IG. Nah kan Kambing Express kan. Agenda tahunannya IVAO tuh. Cuma sayangnya IVAO udah nggak ini ya, udah nggak seramai VATSIM ya. VATSIM itu kalau aku pengennya ada ini sih, kayak fitur-fitur apa tuh, kalau di IVAO kan ada ya kayak achievementnya itu kan, kalau habis ikut-ikut event gitu kan, jadi kayak bisa buat profile gitu. Kalau VATSIM kan nggak ada, cuma collecting jam terbang aja dia. Kalau habis join event ya udah join event aja. Mungkin terpengaruh sama MSFS 2020 juga ya, soalnya dulu pas MSFS rilis itu langsung official partnershipnya VATSIM dulu. Iya, Kambing Express, cuma kalau pakai A320 mesti bolak-balik 2 kali. Iya, harus pakai pesawat kargo yang besar ya. Di explain apa pesawat kargo yang besar ada tuh. 7478 freighter kayaknya ada deh. Aku pernah lihat masih Pintoretto bawa pesawat 7478 freighter soalnya. Kalau bisa bikin delivery-nya ACES tuh ini subsidiary kargonya Abel Jets tuh. Terus bawa 7478 boleh aja. Right, folks, passing flight level 280 now. Setting all the way to level 130. The skies are quite clear all around us, it appears to be. Looking solid on approach. Ya bisa 747 mas. Apa ya, Airbus freighter ya, A330 freighter ada nggak itu di explain ya? Kalau di MSFS tuh adanya Airbus freighter tuh cuma 300 sekarang baruan. Beda sama di Yes-Line dulu. Kalau Yes-Line dulu tuh freighternya banyak banget tuh. Ada A320 freighter ada, A321 freighter ada, A300 freighter ada, A330 freighter ada, A340 freighter juga ada gitu. Semua rasa ada. Mesti beli A330 2 juta plus. Waduh, mahal juga ya. Lebih mahal dari MSFS ya. PMDG itu suatu pesawat pol-polan 1,4 juta nah. Di explain sampai 2 juta ternyata ya. Ngeri ya. Bit overspeeding there. Let's extend the speed brakes and help the aircraft to decelerate. Di explain mahal mas, untuk A320 aja 1,4 plus. Wow, itu tolis kah? 1,4 juta ya. Kalau di MSFS 1,4 juta, Phoenix itu udah dapat paketan A320, A319, A321. Explain mahal ya ternyata ya. Kira sebanding loh sama MSFS harganya. Phoenix A320 big apa ya, full pack itu sekitaran 1,4 juta juga. Kalau A320 nya doang kayak base pack-nya tuh kayak 900 ribu apa ya. Tapi kalau nambah A319, A321 jadi 1,4, 1,5 gitu. Tapi dapat 3 pesawat itu. Jadi udah ya, kalau menurut aku ini worth it for the money. Dapat A319 engine CFM, A319 engine IAE, A320 engine CFM yang pakai wingtip fans, A320 engine IAE wingtip fans, A320 CFM engine A320 engine CFM bersharklet, A320 engine CFM engine IAE bersharklet. Terus A321 CFM single class, A321 CFM double class, ada first class sama ininya, sama ekonomi, terus A321 IAE single class, A321 IAE double class, A321 CFM bersharklet, dan A321 IAE bersharklet. Tuh banyak banget variannya tuh. Itu sekitar 1,5 total tuh. Bed level 2, 0 now. Aku top of the set ya, Cap.
Bukannya dirimu udah desain dari tadi.
Kenapa, Cap? Sorry.
Bukannya dirimu udah desain dari tadi ya?
Iya sih, lupa kabarin aja.
Oke, siap. Aku juga udah desain kok.
Roger. Back out. Back in. At level 160 now. Unfortunately, we still don't have any ATC. So let's lower down our altitude selector on the MCP down to the platform altitude at 2,300 feet, wasn't it? Something. Yeah, I'll just set 3,000 for now. There goes the VSD. Oh, some lightning on our left hand side if you saw that earlier, folks. After the skies are quite clear. Track required. Passing level 130, transition set 1011.
Transition set altimeter 1011.
1011 set.
Approach checklist, please.
Approach checklist.
Altimeters.
1011 set.
1011 set.
1011 set. Approach checklist completed.
Approach check, thank you. Brakes back in. set the terrain display there. Also 10,000, we'll pause the music for right now. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing.
Okay, Captain. Preparing for landing. Cabin crew, take seats for landing.
Not really now, but you know, momentarily. Roger.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our final approach into Samui. Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your tray tables are put away. Your seats are in their full upright position and your seat belts are fastened. Our crew will be checking to make sure everyone is seated and secure. Once we land, our Abel Pixel staff will provide information regarding your connecting flights. Thank you for your attention. Captain, cabin is ready.
Roger, thank you, Erika. 240 at com.
You're welcome, Captain.
Yeah, we'll be standing by for that. Pucom, we must be 210 knots or lower. Or slower. Here's our deceleration point, clearly laid out on the navigation display. ...50 miles from the runway, give or take. Yeah, almost there, folks. About 4,800 feet now. Here it will lower down to the minimums at 1,000 feet. Go. Have the aircraft to slow down. 210 knots is the target speed. Flaps 1 please.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1 set.
Because the nearby island as I mentioned earlier. There goes Koh Samui in the distance. I can already see the tower lights. Flaps 5 please.
Flaps 5.
Speed checked. Flaps 5 set.
Sure. On the speed brakes. Approach heading is set 175 degrees.
Radio altimeter alive. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Cabin crew, seats for landing please.
Okay, Captain. Debit crease is valid.
Oh. Cabin crew, take seats for landing please. Not debit cards or something. Take us to runway.
Okay, Captain. Cabin crew taking seats for landing.
Down to the go. Gear down, flaps 15.
Gear down, flaps 15.
Gear down. Speed checked. Flaps 15 set.
Not sure. There goes runway, flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
Speed checked. Final approach fix, height checked. Missed approach altitude not set.
Roger. Disconnecting autopilot app control.
Manual flight.
Autopilot off. Flaps 30 set.
Flaps 40 please.
Flaps 40.
Speed checked. Flaps 40 set.
Samui traffic, Pixel 374 is established on pilot course, runway 17, we are about 4 miles to touchdown. Samui traffic.
Approaching minimums.
Approaching minimums.
Landing checks
Landing
please.
checklist.
Speed brake.
Arm.
Armed.
Landing gear. Minimums.
Continue.
Down.
Down
Flaps.
3. Flaps 40 green light.
Flaps 40, green light.
Landing checklist
1,000.
completed.
Cleared.
1,000 feet. Stable.
Cleared.
Okay.
Continue.
There is a pagoda just beneath us there, just off our nose.
$500.
500 feet.
Check.
400.
We are still high.
300. 200. 100.
normal.
Check.
Knots.
Check.
Check. 0 FPM there, according to Fly Life Studios, which could not be possible. Alright, let's backtrack at the end of runway. Enough disconnect. That is checked. Samui traffic. Pixel 374 now backtracking at runway 17. Samui traffic.
The local time here is 10:06 AM. Thank you for flying with Abel Pixel Flight 374. We hope you enjoyed your journey with us today. Did you know that Samui is famous for its beautiful beaches and vibrant nightlife? The current weather is a pleasant 30 degrees Celsius with no clouds and no precipitation. Please remain seated until we reach our final.
Alright folks, let's vacate the runway as fast as possible, as quick as possible, so that Lalu can use the runway.
Somchai and Anon. We wish you a wonderful stay in Samui.
Because he's just right there, ladies and gentlemen. He's on final. He's on final, folks. Let's vacate the runway as quickly as possible. Lalu's audio short final, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be interesting. And that's the terminal, if you can see on the top side of the screen, which has that beautiful pond and, you know, a resort-style architecture. That's the exit. Samui traffic, runway 17 has been vacated, safe landing Cap Lalu. Let's see which box stand can accommodate an A3, sorry, an A3, 737, stand number 7, that'll be, I suppose. GSX.
APU on the buses.
Roger. There we go. See those small buses? Those are called odong-odong in Indonesia. It appears that they have the same stuff in Thailand as well. Lights and doors, please.
Lights and doors.
Check. APU on the bus.
For sure. Yes, GSX is definitely not not working here. Brake set.
We are not at 3 minutes yet.
Not sure. Wait for 3 minutes before we can then put down the engines, folks. Welcome to Samui, ladies and gentlemen. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? Quite an interesting one. Right, sure, shutting down engines 1 and 2. Cabin crew, disarm doors and slides, please.
Okay, Captain, disarming doors and slides now.
Thank you, Cynthia. Cleaning up the aircraft. Push it down. Shut down checkers, please.
Shutdown checklist.
Fuel pumps off. Probe heat auto. Hydraulic panel set. Flaps.
Up, no lights.
Parking brake
Set.
Set.
engine start levers
Cuts off.
Cut off.
weather radar
Off.
Off.
off. Shutdown checklist completed.
Roger. Set the chocks. Shocks are set. Set. We'll request the boarding services. Because the GSE vehicles connecting to the aircraft. See, the parking stand isn't even, it's not that massive as well, isn't it, folks? Is it, folks? It even barely fits the 737-700. Imagine if we were taking the Dash 900 ER here. Perhaps you would have, you know, taken the whole, parking stand there, all the way, not the whole parking stand, but all the way to the airport surface road just in front of us. Unfortunately, the textures are still missing out of this aircraft, out of the GSX vehicles. Lalu is on a short final now, it appears to be. Let's try to plane spot him.
Traffic for the 648 now.
Should be somewhere around there. Safe landing, Lalu. be appearing anytime now.
Summer traffic, currently for 8 now, final course, final course, for nautical mile from touchdown to the summer.
Safe landing cap. Can't see him yet. There he goes. On approach with a Scoot Airbus A320neo. Just behind the trees there. There he goes. Mantap, welcome to Sawadeekhap. Yep, tracking at the end of the roadway, just like what we did earlier. Switch to up. There we go. Come to. And that's the terminal that I was talking about with the job, which is designed like a resort, which is absolutely stunning, folks. We'll take a look into that once Lalo is parked his aircraft. Is that a temple or something? Oh yeah, there appears to be so. Why is he not turning? Perhaps he's taking taxi Charlie then. Thank you. What a beautiful livery, isn't it, folks? The Scoot A320 Neo. There we go. Down he goes. Let me take some screenshots, folks, before we head over to the main terminal. Take a look at the size comparison between the 737-700 and the A320 Neo there, folks. Quite a significant difference, isn't it? And there goes his left engine. Oh, I love that shutdown sound. Alright, folks, let's head into the main terminal to see some, you know, beautiful interiors, or you know, just the terminal itself which has this beautiful design. Main ke terminalnya, Cap, bagus banget tuh.
Iya. Ini aku lagi nge-explore agak luar dikit, bagian sekitar.
Nyantai aja. See, folks, this is just like a resort, isn't it? They've got these parks, a lake, a small lake as well, a ditch to be precise, but you know, still, they've got these flowers. See, Samui airports, Gate 5 it says. Look at this, folks. See? Is this an airport terminal or hotel? Gate 6 Bravo it says. Looks more like a hotel, isn't it? A hotel reception. Or resort. It's just beautiful, and that's the international departures, it says. where the parking stands are situated somewhere around there. Quite beautiful, isn't it? Not quite beautiful, very beautiful. Trying to be quite literal here. See, they've got these sorts of ponds. Samui Airport. This is like the boarding lounge. Oh, this is the arrival lounge actually. Domestic arrivals gate 4, that is. That's the VHS. See? Isn't it just beautiful? No trolleys allowed. Yep, some local products there on the banners. Baggage surface as well, that's the PHS. Bangkok to Samui. That's the other side of the PHS for the dollies. And this is gate 3, domestic departures, or the departures. And they've got this sort of gate that you must bypass, that you must pass through. Look at that, folks! Take a look at that. What are these symbols? Check out those lily pads and the mother flowers on the pond. Beautiful. Last time I checked the scenery out before flying here, I saw that there were some kinds of, sunbathing areas, but I can't remember exactly where they were. There's some canals with the lily pads as well. See? God, that's just beautiful. Samui. Got some banners there and some photo spots as well. Samui Airport, and this must be like the drop off location. Made gate says there's like a clock tower. Oh, Singapore's that way. Phuket also, Krabi, Bangkok, Hong Kong. Where else? Utapo, Kuala Lumpur's that way. Utapo, Bangkok, Phuket, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur. But literally everywhere. Oh, actually, what time is it in the sim time? 11:30 AM, folks. The clock is indeed synchronized with the simulator timer there. See, if you saw the
bentuk terminalnya unik ya.
Yoi, kayak bentuknya apa ya? Kayak hotel gitu gak sih? Hotel kan?
Iya, kayak gimana ya? Kayak ada section nggak tahu.
Iya, ada section-sectionnya gitu. Tempatmu pakai yang siapa? Aku Siam Flight soalnya.
Sama Pak.
Itunya developernya. Aku pakai tempat Siam Flight.
Ya, sama kok. Harusnya aku dulu sebenarnya.
Roger, Cap. Yeah, this could be the main departure hall or something. Yeah. Oh, a rifle assault. There we go. Rifle assault. Beautiful, isn't it? It's just like a resort. International departures gates 6 and 7. Yeah, this must be like the immigration checkpoint or something. Bang, ada travelnya segala di sini ternyata. Nama itunya travelnya bukan City Trans tapi Smack One namanya.
Sebelah mana itu?
Coba aja ke daerah arrival gate gitu, di daerah parkiran ntar ada travel ya, namanya Smack One. Terus slogannya We Will Everywhere. Kita meroda ke semua tempat. Slogannya lucu anjir, We Will Everywhere. We will everywhere.
Oh iya, yang di belakangnya mobil merah ya.
Iya, sama-sama pakai highest lagi.
Coba telepon nomornya itu cepat aja.
Coba pakai, sorry.
Di belakangnya kan ada nomor telepon. Coba telepon.
Oh iya, 083 891 7969 ya.
Yes, betul.
Aku telepon ntar, kalau yang ngangkat Mas Adit gimana?
Waduh, dia punya travel berarti ya.
Luar biasa, udah jadi ini ya, apa, wirausahawan ya. Udah punya travel aja dia. Spec One, Central Food Hall. Even the advertising boards are local there, ladies and gentlemen. Meeting area. Yeah, this must be like the drop-off area or something. Yep, that goes there, all the way to the departure hall. Welcome to Thailand 5G. These are the SIM card stalls, Smack One shuttles. We have the similar shuttle concepts back here in Indonesia. Ini ada jam Big Band-nya bang, kalau kamu lihat di daerah mana sih ini, dekatnya bundaran gitu. Dan jamnya sesuai dengan jam simulatormu.
Bundaran mana?
Ada bundaran di dekatnya arrival hall gitu, terus nanti ada jam Big Band gitu. Kayak jam gadang bentuknya.
Oke. BTW aku cari webnya yang ini, yang Smack One, ternyata emang ada. Dan itunya sama.
Menarik juga.
Emang anunya We Will Everywhere. Everywhere ya.
Emang slogannya itu We Will Everywhere. Kita meroda ke semua tempat gitu.
Iya bener-bener.
Anjir. Smack One itu artinya apa sih? Pukul satu kan artinya? Jotos satu gitu kan? Apa tampar satu?
Gak tahu sih. Jadi aku nyoba ini, emang ada webnya. Dari Bandara Koh Samui ke Ini dari Samui ke nggak tahu nama daerahnya Bangrat, tanggal 31 Mei, harganya di 124.
Dicari beneran. Aduh, udah siap liburan ya, Cap? Tapi kok ratingnya di Google cuma 1,8 bintang ya, Cap?
Menarik.
Aduh, ada apa ini? Namanya lu Smackbone, ya Allah. Smack itu artinya tampar kan?
Kayaknya dia punya makna sendiri. Aku sekarang masih di sekitar jam, Cap. Posisi aku. Sekitar mana?
Di sekitar menara jam yang bentuknya kayak jam gadang. It's just like a big band, isn't it? Mini band, not big band.
Dan aku masih muter-muter belum nemu sih.
Kalau dirimu mau ke jam juga, itu di dekatnya apa ini ya? Main gate, dekat main gate. Isn't this just beautiful, folks?
Mananya dari travel tadi, karena ini
Dari travel yang merah ya, bentar. Bentar. Dari parkiran mobil kamu ke arah mana ya? Aduh. Kan kalau misalnya ke kanan kan ada pintu keluar kan ya? Yang ada gerbang itunya, gerbang masuknya ya? Atau di kiri kamu?
arah runway mana deh dari parkiran mobil? Runway mana atau ya?
Oke, kalau dari parkiran mobil ke arah runway 35, Cap.
Oke, kiri berarti. Kalau aku ngarah ke runway.
Oke, ntar ada beberapa pohon gitu, terus kayak ada apa sih kayak atap-atap tenda-tenda gitu, terus nanti ada jam gadangnya gitu. Terus ada tulisannya kayak I love Samui gitu. Small band this is. You know what, folks, let's switch to ground power, so we'll not burn any more fuel, shall we? Ground power requested. Nemu nggak bang jamnya? Gede kok dia.
Bentar ya.
Sumpah kalau nggak nemu lucu banget ya. Jamnya tuh sama terminalnya tinggi jamnya bang soalnya.
Standby.
Warnanya putih gitu. Yeah, this is the minivan I've mentioned earlier. And I suppose these are the office areas of the airport. Bon voyage.
Tahu yang ini kan, yang ada apa ya? Kuala Lumpur, Bangkok dan lain-lain.
Iya, yang ada panah-panah arahnya itu. Itu jamnya ternyata sinkron sama jam simulatormu, bang.
Udah put setengah 9.
Kalau di tempat aku ini 10:30.
Oh, anu ya, time itunya ya. Apa sih namanya?
Yoi, timingnya ini kan ikut jamnya simulator kan? It's beautiful, isn't it?
Karena corona ini ampun.
Iya, aku coba naikin jamnya ikut dia nambah.
Mantap.
Harapan hari, harapan abu.
Let's take some more sightseeing. Let's do some more sightseeing around this beautiful airport.
Dari jam gadang juga ada dua mobil shuttle juga sama Smack One.
Ini ya shuttle Smack One-nya ya. Oh iya, itu di bawah atap kan?
Iya. Tapi aku jujur sama apa ya, sama bentuk bangunannya kayak pembagiannya gimana?
Iya, agak apa ya, kompleks gitu loh. Kemarin tuh aku nemu ada kolam sama tempat berjemur sama kayak kasur-kasur gitu, beanbag gitu, tapi di mana ya, aku lupa ya. Tapi pokoknya ada di bandara ini. Take a look at this venue, ladies and gentlemen. This is just beautiful. We've got some ponds. Oh, kalau kamu dari jam gadang ke arah runway 35, itu ntar di kiri jalan biru itu kan warnanya. Ntar ada kolam-kolam kecil gitu, kolam ikan kecil, ada air mancurnya. Some ponds with some small fountains there. That's just cute. Take a look at those. This is a flight simulator, ladies and gentlemen, not a scenery simulator or something.
Mana yang ada terakhirnya?
Kan jam gadang. Oh, bukan yang di Tangkai, Bang. Ya, kan ada gedung-gedung kantor tinggi itu. Yang bangunan gede kayak kantor-kantor gitu. Itu di depan perkantorannya ada air mancurnya. Kecil-kecil gitu sih tapi.
Oh iya.
Dan air mancurnya animated anjir. Ada animasinya. Niat banget.
Tapi seru di bandaranya kayak tema terbuka gitu.
Iya benar, konsepnya terbuka gitu kan, open space kayak apa tuh? Ciwok di Bandung kan?
Iya.
Dan yang tongkatnya apa ya? Oh anjir, ini nggak sih Bang, jam matahari nggak sih? Yang itu ada gambar matahari juga soalnya. Jadi kayak bayangannya tuh ntar bisa nunjukin jam berapa gitu.
Ya aku putar sih emang gitu, tapi kurang sinkron aja sih sebenarnya.
Oh iya. Yeah, this could be like a, those ancient clocks that uses the shadow stick to denote the time, isn't it? That's just my presumption though. If that's the case, that'll be very cool. Samui Airport. This is like the domestic departures, isn't it? Ticket office. Buset, bandaranya punya cargo terminal bang, ternyata di ujung terminal yang dekatnya runway 35.
Ya, tadi aku nemu juga sih.
It's got its own cargo terminal, that's interesting. This is like the check-in counter, isn't it? Bangkok Airways, economy class check-in.
Tapi jauh banget akses ke apronnya.
Iya, masalahnya apronnya kan nggak di depan terminal juga kan?
Iya sih. Terus yang apron sebelahnya itu apron apa? Militer atau apa?
No idea sih bang, yang di seberang kan?
Iya, iya.
No idea aku.
Ini juga ada itu antena VOR nggak sih? Atau antena apa?
Iya, ada VOR-nya. Iya, bandaranya ada VOR-nya juga kok kalau dilihat di Navigraph tuh. Antena VOR-nya di tengah runway itu kan?
Di sampingnya sih, maksudnya di samping runway.
Iya, di samping runway, tapi maksudnya di tengah antara 17 sama 35 kan? Gak beneran, maksudnya gak beneran di tengah runway gitu.
Ya, tengah-tengah runway kan itu.
Ditabrak ntar. Odong-odongnya di tempat kamu jalan bang?
Apanya?
Odong-odong kereta mininya tuh.
Jalan kok jalan.
Oh, ini ada tamannya nih, aku nemu yang ada beanbag-nya. Dia deket apa ini ya?
Dekat teratai.
Iya, deket teratai. Take a look at that, folks. It's got its own park with many mini paths, beanbags, some sunbathing, some sunbathing places.
Ada yang lagi santai satu orang.
Oh, yang di bawah payung satu ya?
Iya, tapi kayak aneh aja. Masa santai di dekat bandara?
Some beanbag socks.
Ini hotel sekalian bandara atau apa sih?
Gak tahu. Gak tahu di hotel apa bandara bang?
Tapi kayak konsepnya sebelum terbang bisa santai ke beanbag.
Bener. Jadi nyantai dulu sebelum flight. Kalau nggak after flight sebelum lanjut gitu bisa nyantai dulu gitu.
Kalau di itu di mana kira-kira cocok?
Lombok tempatmu tuh.
Mana ada?
Dari main terminal tuh kan, terminalnya kan sekarang kan kelihatannya ya kayak terminal modern biasa gitu kan. Ntar dikasih inilah kayak rumah-rumah kecil gini tuh.
Ya ada pandangannya sawah kayak apalah.
Kalau kayak di seberangnya bang, kan Lombok kan apronnya di arah itu kan, apronnya di arah selatan, ya selatan apa southeast gitu kan, yang seberangnya kan kayak rawa-rawa gitu kan. Kalau nggak dibuat di daerah rawa-rawanya tuh bisa dibuat kayak viewing area gitu.
Bisa sih.
Apalah buat baju kayaknya bisa juga sih bang.
Tapi Lombok tuh masih banyak sebenarnya daerahnya yang belum di apa-apain.
I see.
Area bandaranya sih maksudku. Kayak seingatku dulu di sebelah dekat mana gitu, itu ada kayak bendungannya gitu. kayak buatan sendiri tuh.
Anjir. What else we can see here? Some shops, jewelry shops it appears to be. No, souvenir shop.
Dulu ada cerita mistisnya bang.
Gimana tuh?
Jadi di dekatnya itu ada gunung kalau nggak salah ya. Katanya di sana ada permata ular gitu. Jadi sampai sekarang ada memang gunung yang kayak nggak pernah dijamah gitu istilahnya.
Oh anjir.
Bukit bukan gunung ya, sorry aku salah perumpamaan. Kayak gunungan kecil lagi.
Ntar kalau dia apa-apain penunggunya marah ya.
Katanya sih gitu.
Apa tadi siluman ular ya?
Siluman permata ular lah gitu. Pokoknya ada permata ular yang ada permatanya.
Anjir. Kalau di Thailand mereka juga percaya hantu-hantu gini juga gak ya? It's just beautiful. Oh, and
mereka banyak film hantu juga guys.
Oh iya ya bener-bener film horornya banyak sih. Thailand sama ini kan Filipina kan biasanya.
Yeah.
The ponds, they create some kind like a circular pattern, isn't it? Surrounding the main terminal. See? It's just beautiful.
Ini fungsi apa ya? Fungsi sungai bukan sungai ini apa ya? Di samping runway ini buat apa?
Semen di samping runway.
Yang ada air itu kayak sungai, bukan sungai ini kayak apa kolam lah.
Biar bagus aja kali, nggak tahu. Tapi cakep loh. Depannya taman soalnya langsung ada bunga-bunganya gitu. Folks, if you know what is the function of this ditch, sorts of the aesthetics that it provides to the airport, please do let me know. I'd love to. I'd love to know.
Itu juga ada semacam bendungan ya.
Iya sih sampai ujung 35 ya ininya bendungannya ya.
Ya ada bendungan yang besar juga di sini. Bukan besar ya kayak gede aja. Terpisah dari yang tadi.
Oh yang ini alami gak sih bang kayaknya?
Ya.
Yang lainnya kayaknya buatan deh. Kalau nggak dulunya alami tapi terus dibendung. Yeah, Fox, if you know what are the functions of these dams and ponds, please do let me know.
Sekitarnya banyak hotel sih kelihatannya.
Iya ya, pinggir pantai soalnya ya. Wah ada danau lagi bang, itu deketnya apa sih, stupa pagoda itu, apa namanya? Tempel-tempel itu.
Oh iya.
Danaunya besar. Terus di dekat situ kayak ada apa tuh, stupa Buddha warna emas. Take a look at this folks, a temple, a Buddhist temple it appears to be, with the pagoda.
Di sampingnya juga ada gunung ya sini.
Iya ada gunungnya, dekatnya ini kan, danau kan.
Ya cocok buat spotting sih. Ada jalur trekkingnya juga kayaknya.
Oh ya?
Kecil aja sih kelihatannya.
I see. Ini apron di seberang buat apa ya?
Buat raja Thailand deh kalau terbangin pesawatnya.
Bahaya VIP apron. Bangunannya kalau aku lihat di sini cuma ada itu tempat mobil damkar, terus ada menara kontrol, sama ini tangki aftur aja. In Thailand, that is. This is like the air navigation services provider company of Thailand or institution. In Indonesia it's called AirNav. In the UK it's called NATS. Beautiful folks. Di dekat runway 1 tuh, runway 17 kayaknya ada perubahan pekerja itu. Yang atapnya warna coklat.
Iya, yang berjejer kan.
Iya. This could be like the housings for the workers, staffs of the airport. I mean, I don't really know if you are. Sorry, if you happen to be a local of this area or perhaps know someone who's local from the area. Yeah, I'd be interested now.
Ya, apron apa ini?
Iya kan, nggak ada bangunan yang signifikan di situ kan?
Nggak ada, cuma stasiun bahan bakar aja gini.
Makanya, tapi ada odong-odong parkirnya loh. Aku jadi mikir itu apa mereka ntar diantar ke terminal seberang ya?
Nah, jadi penamaannya juga ngurut kok sebenarnya sama yang seberang.
Iya sih. Itu could be like a additional different stand.
Apa ya? Kalau ngantar itu harus nyebrang runway.
Ya sih, logikanya harusnya nggak boleh ya kan, nggak safety ya. Yeah, this could be like an additional apron, because the main parking stands could not be extended that way. I mean it'll have to. Sorry, the developer of the airport or the operator of the airport would have to destroy these sorts of houses in order to expand the parking stands on the northern side. I think this is. Oh, sorry, western side. Terus ini turn pad-nya di runway 17 itu kok absurd gede banget gitu loh, kayak panjang banget loh dia.
Oh iya, lebih lebar ya.
Iya, gede banget gitu.
Buat Antonov kali.
Wah, iya. Antonov runway cuma 2000 meter, Pak.
Coba tahu bisa bawa Antonov kosongan ke sini.
Mau parkir mana coba? Oh, these are the parking stands for the chassis.
Navigraph nggak ada keterangannya ya, apronnya.
Let me see. Ntar coba cek ya. West Apron aja tulisannya kalau di Navigraph.
Ya, kayaknya memang apron sih, tapi aneh.
Oh, aku mulai mikir gini bang, mungkin kalau mereka mau ekspansi apronnya ke arah runway 17, itu kan harus gusur rumah penduduk tuh. Kan ada rumah penduduknya tuh. Kayaknya mereka nggak bisa gusur itu, jadinya bikin di seberangnya. Mungkin ada siluman ularnya juga bang, di apa runway 17 itu di perumahan itu.
Menarik.
Iya kan, kalau kamu lihat, kalau yang parkirannya kan udah isinya kebun-kebun sama ini kan, perumahan kan yang dekat runway 17 tuh kayaknya nggak bisa ekspansi ke situ. Mungkin dia tuh ada siluman ularnya, terus mereka takut akhirnya bangunnya di seberang.
Ya jadi, tapi aksesnya sulit juga sih. Atau bikin terminal baru internasional gitu.
Iya mungkin ya. Kalau mau bangun terminal baru di sana, tapi kayak susah juga bang, itu belakangnya udah rumah penduduk lagi tuh.
Tapi lebih lapang gak sih?
Iya, lebih lapang sedikit. Atau jangan-jangan deketnya yang runway 17 yang di parkiran utama itu ada kuburan bang, kayak yang di apa kemarin tuh, Korfu kemarin tuh.
Nggak berani digusur.
Iya, nggak berani digusur, nggak bisa digusur.
Aku lagi main ke apa ya, F-APBA yang masuk.
Oh iya ada jir, di ini kan ujung runway 17 kan?
Ya kalau landing tadi kelihatan banget, aku kirain marker tadi.
Aku kira itu mercusuar tadi. Folks, there's a massive Buddha statue there just off of runway 17. I think this is part of the scenery as well. Take a look at that, isn't that just beautiful? It's a temple. Hello there. The runway is just somewhere around there. Not that far. Wah, ini plate spotting dari patung Budanya bisa nih bang.
Gak boleh sih kayaknya diusir.
Sumpah, tapi spotnya bagus banget tuh. Itu sebelahnya langsung runway.
Iya sih, kayak bisa. Ya bagus banget sih.
Motretnya langsung dari bawah gitu loh. Ini di sekitar patung Buddha juga banyak kapal sampan kayak di Indonesia ya.
Kan emang Thailand masih banyak deh sampan-sampan gitu.
Iya, cuma nggak nyangka aja included di scenery-nya gitu. It's like a small pier. There's some yachts as well. These are the boats that the local people used to fish, I presume. If the functionality is exactly the same as the ones in Indonesia, they're usually used for fishing in these sampans, and perhaps some trade as well to the nearby islands.
Scenery-nya cukup luas ini.
Iya, komplit cap. Kapal-kapalnya pun termasuk tuh. Kalau ada kapal layar segala kalau di tempatku deketnya patung Buddha tuh.
Yang di sekitar Teluk juga ini banyak banget kapalnya.
Iya, kapal ini kan katamaran gitu kan.
Iya, kayak kapal GTA dan juga kapal kayu juga ada.
Kapal GTA. Kapal kargo Banyuwangi ada nggak bang?
Waduh, kayaknya nggak ada nih.
Kalau kapal karam bang?
Bentar ya, nggak tahu sih. Kayaknya ini calon kapal karam nih yang kapal kayu.
Ada ini bang, kapal tongkang selat Gili Manuk bang.
Udah.
Aku lupa kita masih streaming.
Nama kapalnya Oceana Samui Charter.
Yang mana itu? Which one is it?
Ya, ada tulisannya. Yang apa sih? Kapal apa sih? Nggak tahu. Kapal apa?
Oh ya, kapal pesiar merah ini ya?
Bukan. Ini kapal biasa nih, 2 penumpang. Yang di Teluk itu yang sama banyak kapal kayu-kayuan.
Bentar. Warnanya apa bang? Putih merah?
Enggak. Yang ke arah yang menjauh dari patung Buddha. Bukan yang dekat runway, tapi yang agak jauh dikit.
Oh, yang kapal layar. This one?
Enggak, bukan kapal layar, kapal GTA lah aku bilang.
Mana kapal GTA?
Coba dari patung Buddha kan tadi spotting kan sana. Coba agak menjauh lagi, menjauh dari bandaranya.
Oh iya. Speedboat GTA. Oh iya, jadi banyak banget kapal dijajar di sini ya.
Ya, udah bilang banyak banget tadi.
Oceana Samui Charter. The scenery developer does indeed, take details into the matter of their own hands. Ini tingkat-tingkatnya sampai kayak yang ini bang, scenery Korfu kemarin itu yang ada lapangan basketnya itu sama apa benteng.
Iya. Aku lihat di map aslinya mirip banget sih emang.
Anjir. And folks, I think because that's enough for the sightseeing for this evening, I suppose, because I'm just rambling around. And this live stream has been running for like the past 4 hours or so. I think we can all officially conclude this evening's live stream here at Samui International Airport. Thank you very much for everyone who's been watching this live stream from the start to the finish. I would like to also deliver my gratitude to Lalu for quite literally being the most consistent man I've ever met. Being always there in our live streams. Thank you so much for your presence. Unfortunately, we didn't have any ATC coverage by the Thai VACC this evening, but that's alright. Yeah, stay tuned with the stay tuned in the Abel Jets Virtual Group YouTube channel for our next adventures together. Before you leave, please kindly hit the like button, share your thoughts down beneath, and share this live stream with your friends and colleagues. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so not miss any future content that we'll make. Yo, Cap. With that, folks, I think we can conclude. Sorry, I will officially shut down this evening's live stream. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, I completely forgot to dismiss Laura and her crew. So let me just do that real quick. Not Laura, sorry, Erica. Hi Erica, thank you very much for this morning's flight. Thank you for your hard work alongside with your crewmates. Looking forward for our next adventures together. Stay safe and take care.
Thank you, Captain Father Abel. It's been a pleasure working with you and the crew this morning. Looking forward to our next flight together. Stay safe and take care.
There we go. Alright folks, the 2 minutes our stream this evening, this morning according to the same Malaysia time. This is Racing Falcon from Abel Jets Virtual Group signing out. Thank you very much for keeping our dreams aloft. Stay safe, stay healthy wherever you are watching this live stream from. I'll see you all again in the next one. Until then, bye bye for now.
Yes.
It all started with a dream to connect the world, bring people closer together, as well as to diversify and unite the virtual skies. The day dawned crisp and clear at Honolulu International Airport. A maiden flight was going to take action.
Honolulu delivery, Abel 100 at seating 01, with information Alpha requesting IFR clearance to Hilo. Abel 100, Honolulu delivery, you are cleared to Hilo via Pale 3 departure, runway 04 left, squawk 1112.
Hilo ground, Abel Link 221, ready to taxi.
Abel Link 221, taxi link point runway 26 via Echo Alpha.
Taxi to link point runway 26 via Echo Alpha, Abel Link 221.
Abel 100, wind 22 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 right, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 26 right, Abel 100.
Our founders have their legacy etched upon the horizon. Gaining wisdom from the past, it was then time for the next generations to put their own footprints and leave their legacy in the virtual skies. A new era was about to begin.
from all of us in flight simulation communities.
We are wishing Abel Jets Group
Happy 10th anniversary. Happy 10th anniversary.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories when everything was as fresh as the bright blue skies. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place, and if I stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry.
Thank you for keeping our dreams aloft. Here's to another 10 years of making progress to connect the world. To the skies, stars, and what lie above all of them. Our real journey has just begun.